everyone and welcome. I already been working for quite some time. I'm already incredible dusty. If you're seeing white stuff on my face, I did not have a happy accident. It's just plaster from the walls that's being sanded down and I'm covered in it. So back in the house. Hello everybody once again. And this time, while I still got your attention, let's just talk a little bit while I take a short break. First off, let me catch you up with what I've been doing since the last video, which I honestly even totally forgot because it's been a few hectic weeks. I've been meaning to work and edit videos. I've actually got another miniature painted for the Firefly series. Firefly is a difficult word to pronounce while not doing cakes, at least for me. I love Firefly, but I keep saying L and it's really weird. So anyway, the point is I am going to diverge a bit. I'm already tired. It's barely midday, but I'm already incredibly tired. So I was saying, let's talk a little bit while I take a short break. What have I been doing? Well, once we finished the isolation on the outside of the house, we decided last minute to pour that concrete slab, you know that, so that the water flows off the terrace and no more sitting down and falling in between the cracks. And then we had, that was like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. No, I think it was more along the lines of 2 weeks. Yes, definitely 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago. So we finished that. We've been here a week, but I wanted to get the tower done. You can see I'm in the tower. Fat chance of doing that. Things came up all over the place and we spent about the entire weekend just cleaning up or doing this and that around the yard and the house. And I had a little bit of chance to work on the outlets. I had to change a few things, not the layout of the electrical wiring, but the plugs themselves. When I put them in the brick, directly into the brick. And then when we came in with drywall sheets, the distance increased. The sockets themselves did not grab onto anything, so they were just flopping about. So we had to come in with another socket. I'm not certain I know the words, but basically another round thing that the socket goes into. We had to mount different ones in the walls. I had to do that. Then that one up there, which is the one for the air conditioning socket, decided to have one of the wires cut itself on like a plastic edge, and it was basically severed. I don't know how that happened, but it did. So I had to make it longer, pull on it. It straightened out a little bit in the wall. It still has power, thank God. Had to do a little bit on the other side. Right over there is a distribution hub. I had to do some wiry jiggly things over there. But yes, finally the tower is done with the wire sockets. That's what I did this morning. And now it's time for the last round of filler. Basically mud, very fine mud that goes on the joints, joining all of the drywall pieces. And then we're done. Probably a little bit of sanding after that, but we're finally ready for paint. Once the thing is dry and sanded, we're ready for paint. We're gonna have to cover up all the windows again, this time from the inside, and do a spray paint of the entire room. Fortunately for me, I now have a spray pump and it's going to be super easy, barely an inconvenience. Yeah. That's just a reference. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, the thing is, what I wanted to talk about when I take this break. I'm already 5 minutes into this video and I haven't even gotten to what I wanted to talk about before. My mind wanders. Let's talk a little bit about what nobody tells you about DIY. DIY. There are so many perks, but nobody talks about the disadvantages. Perk 1, yeah, no cost, you do it yourself, but you actually waste a lot of time doing everything yourself if you know how to do it. Perk number 2, you don't have to pay anybody. Yay, it's cheap. And Paying somebody to do it is gonna cost no matter what. It might be a little bit, it might be a lot. You don't know. You don't know until it's done. You might come up with a price, and then you add the cost of materials. That person needs more materials. Cost keeps going up. There are delays. The guy wants more money. There are advantages, but there are, and now we get to the disadvantage. Disadvantage is you know how to do it, but you don't do it every day. So you're gonna fuck up. And when you fuck up, you're gonna have to spend more time to fix your mistake. Yes, if you have unlimited time, that's fine. But if you kind of want to see it done, like a house where you want to live in, you're just pushing the deadline. So there's that. I'm totally still going to be doing a lot of this by myself because, one, it's fun for me, but it gets stressful from time to time. Like now, when I had to redo the entire wiring, there are still some problems and there are still some things I need to sort out. But fortunately for me, I got everything in position and it's finally ready for the final plaster. Once that is done, I can work on the wiring and mounting everything and then just spraying everything. I can't wait for that part. But I am getting sidetracked. Oh yeah, like I said, you don't really know what you're doing. Let's take example, the covering up all the girders, and then adding drywall mud to cover and stuff. I've noticed around the corners that there are some problems with that, as in the mud is going to stick very, very well to the paper. And when it's finally done, when I'm going to rip the paper, I might rip out 2 big chunks out of the mud, which is not ideal, but fortunately for me, I have a solution for that, and it's really, really easy. I'll just use a cutter and just cut into it all the way to the wood. It should be fine. And when I rip it, even if there is a bit of paper left in behind the plaster, it doesn't really matter. It's just gonna stick there. It's fine. But yeah, all these kind of little things add up. And even when you're trying to just help somebody out without figuring and trying to do it, you end up creating a lot more work than you should be. So, for example, when I put the foil on the windows on the outside, I actually didn't want to bother, and I did it all by myself. It might be since the things were a little too big, it might have been a 2-person job, but I did it by myself. So I wanted to help, and I used double-sided tape on the windows to make it stick. Besides, I was afraid that this is a very windy area, it would just blow, but it didn't. It really didn't decide to do that. But then I had to clean up all the adhesive that was on there, and I had to use thinner because that's the only way to get it out. And then you had to clean it because they were really oily. And yeah, I created a lot of work that might not have been necessary. So yeah, there are disadvantages to doing it yourself. If you're doing it yourself, hold on 1 second. Right. I took this break perfectly because we're getting up ready for lunch, so hey. And in case you caught my name, it's a long story. Bother me in the comments if you really want to know why the channel is called and there's many hobbies and my name is something else. Anyway, the point is, lost my train of thought. Talking about making a lot of work for yourself. Oh yeah, you don't know the tools, and you don't really want to buy everything you need all at once, and you're constantly going, oh, I need that tool. You're gonna go out and spend some more money even on a DIY because you definitely need that tool. An example, you buy a vacuum cleaner to use for industrial stuff, and it comes with bags. You get 2 bags. They fill up. You don't want to buy extra bags because screw it, I'm not gonna need it. I just want room. 6 months later, that thing is out of bags, and I had to improvise because every time I go out to the store and buy something, I completely forgot about bags because I don't know down, and it's a hassle. It's a hassle. Additionally, being in the middle of almost nowhere when it comes to hardware stores and specifics like, you know, bags for your vacuum cleaner. Doing that, being away, you can't pop in, jump out, drive an hour and come back when you need one thing. You really can't. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's all the stuff that comes to my mind. All right, I'm gonna pause right here, go grab a bite to eat, and I'll be back and finish the plaster on these goddamn walls. Can't wait to paint this. All right, see you in a few. So, I'm back. Unfortunately, due to some unforeseen circumstances, I completely failed to film everything that I did. The reason being that I literally could not push the button. I pressed it, I thought it was pressed, and it wasn't pressed. So I just worked without filming anything. But, that being said, let's flip the camera and I'll show you the finished, almost finished, ready for paint tower. So everything is done. This is almost ready for paint in the sense that some bits and pieces over here need a bit more sanding, but definitely no more mud or joints or anything else. As you can see, all the plugs are well on the wall, all the sockets, all that is necessary is paint all over the place and up on the rafters. I did not, you can still see the tiny screw holes because my wife was kind enough to point out that, and this is her video despite it being my tower and my future office, that she wants some pieces of wood going on the edges of the big rafters, of the big girders, and they will simply be masked. So there's no point in me masking them with mud. Again, this is the completed tower. Yes, it's all almost ready for paint. And now, let's go back to my lovely little face for more ranting. The tower isn't the only thing that I did while I was working. Let's go back there. Because my rant was the bad side of DIY. The bad side of DIY, I already pointed out that you don't know what you're doing, you don't know how to do everything fine, but sometimes not every master craftsman knows what he's doing. I'm sorry for the background noise, we're outside right now and kids are gonna be kids. That right there is where one of the lights on my terrace used to be. I'm just gonna flip the camera and talk, so it's easier for me to point and do stuff. What a lovely scenery. But then again, that hole and that hole used to be lights. Now, they were working fine before all of this, but since the guys did the whole facade, they don't work anymore because I don't have all my wires there. Somehow those guys managed to miss one wire that should have been there. It's somehow stuck somewhere along the line, and the same is there. But the funny thing is, it's not the same line. There is a line going from there to there, but that's not the one that's missing there or the one that's missing there. That being said, when they actually made this, they actually forgot to make that one visible and accessible. And as you can see, there is a difference between the white on that side and the rest, because that's how much they broke to find it. So yeah, the perks of do-it-yourself versus having someone do it for you. When you do it, you really care and you take the care to do it as good as you can, whereas somebody's just going to do it to the best of their abilities, to the best of their caring abilities. Right. That's what I've been spending the last few hours doing. Alright, final thoughts. Final thoughts. Is it worth DIYing? Abso-fucking-lutely. Is it worth getting somebody to do it? Sure, if you find somebody good enough to actually care how they do it for you. Still a lot of work. Stay tuned. You know the works. Subscribe, hit the like button, share it with a friend. Hope you stayed for the entire rant. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Toodles.